The Memphis Grizzlies did a great job getting their first win. I know it wasn't pretty at times, but hey, let's talk about the fact that the Memphis Grizzlies might make the playoffs again for the second year in a row. I don't even think it's a question. So let's hear your opinions down below. Will the Grizzlies be able to make the playoffs? Will Morant's injury affect this team? Let's hop in. Let's talk about the Memphis Grizzlies. All right. Hey, Kyle Anderson. Where did this guy come from dropping 28 points? I know where Kyle Anderson came. I obviously know that. But Kyle Anderson's a guy who, was never seen as a scoring threat ever. Going into this game, probably the film analysis on him leading up to this game for the Brooklyn Nets was, don't really worry about Kyle Anderson being a scoring threat. But he dropped 28 points to lead the team. And one thing I loved about Kyle Anderson and about his scoring is it's very methodical. It's not like flashy or anything. It's very smart, intelligent moves around the basket or, attacking the rim or smart jumpers where he takes the highest percentage shot. He always takes shots that he feels like he's going to make them, which is great. That's what you want from a player. I mean, granted, he's averaging 13.5 points this season, back-to-back 20-point games, and he hit 4 3-pointers again, which is another thing, which is wild. He shot 8 of them. A guy who never shoots 3-pointers because first game of the season he shoots 3-pointers. Next game he shoots 6. In this game he shoots 8. And it's just like Kyle Anderson is just like willingly being a shooter, and it's awesome to see that he is becoming a scorer that we never thought he would be. That's a great showing of Taylor Jenkins' coaching ability and getting people to believe in themselves. Dillon freaking Brooks. That guy is such an aggressive defender. And I feel like his defense is obviously not as good as Marcus Smart, but I feel like Dillon Brooks is kind of what Marcus Smart would look like if his jump shot would hit. Is that a hot take? Tell me if that's a hot take. I would like to know, is Dillon Brooks the version of Marcus Smart that is a better 3-point shooter? Because he's averaging like 2 steals a game. He's had he's been insane at stealing the ball. He's just all over people. He's literally like a molester. He's just touching people and just like all over them. And it's like, get away from me, man. Like, don't be all over me. If Dillon Brooks is there, he's like poking the balls, all over the balls, and he's just getting them. I don't know why I just got into that. If you guys could see me on camera, which will be soon, that would have been weird. Either way, he's just so good at defense, and he's showing. I know, obviously, he's shooting I don't even think he's breaking 30% from 3-point this year, but he's still dropping like 20 points a game. Dillon Brooks, man, is really putting on a show this year. He's averaging 17 points a game this season, and every game he's increased his scoring total, looking like he's figuring out how to score more and more and more as games progress. So I wouldn't be surprised by season end he's the second or third leading scorer of this team behind Morant. Morant. From what I've seen, from what I've read, there's no fractures in the left ankle. An MRI will be announced tomorrow, like the results of the MRI, and he is said to have a left ankle sprain. But if you saw at the end of the game, he was wearing a boot on his leg. So, what does that mean? Oh, I just hit my lamp. You guys probably just heard that. What this means is Morant probably has a very, very severe ankle sprain. Might miss a month or two. This ankle sprain could probably affect him the whole season. He could re-injure it pretty easy. Ankle sprains are tricky because they can bother you forever. And like we saw with Steph Curry in the beginning of his career, he had a string of ankle injuries. They take a while to recover from, and like if you keep trying to play on them, they'll keep happening. So if I was the Grizzlies, I don't want to force it. I don't want him to get hurt again because, he's obviously the franchise player. So what I would do, so I'd give him like Yeah, this is a rough year. It depends on how the season goes. I don't know, man. If I was the Grizzlies, I'd give him so much time. I'd give him enough time where I'd be like, man, you're good. Like, until I have multiple doctors telling, like, I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to let that ankle heal and be at 100. I don't want to put him at 80. I don't want to put him at 75 or 90 where he fucks the ankle up more and he's just out for the rest of the season. So that's, like, my take on it. Let's talk about my man, Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark is, like, one of the most aggressive offensive rebounders in the league. Holy crap. This man loves his rebounds so much so that it's, like, so much fun to watch him when he's just getting those boards. And I don't know if that made any noise that I was just grabbing the microphone and, like, moved it over. But Brandon Clark is such an aggressive rebounder, getting the boards offensively and just snagging them and putting putbacks. So much fun. So much fun to watch him go to work on the offensive glass and even on the defensive glass and get putbacks and even have his jumper. Brandon Clark, I feel like would get more recognition if Jaren Jackson Jr. it wasn't as amazing and Ja Morant wasn't as amazing as they are. So it's really interesting. My dog just farted right next to me. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was kind of fucking funny. But yeah, another guy I want to talk about is Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane is a guy that interests me because he is a 40% three-point shooter coming out of college. But he's not really shooting three-pointers in the NBA. He seems reluctant to shoot three-pointers. I don't know if that's ordered by the coach, if that's a decision on his own. Because, like, Desmond Bane, again, coming out of TCU, was viewed as being just as good as a three-point shooter as, like, Buddy Hield. Like, shot well over 40% consistently right out of college. This guy coming to the NBA, we knew without a doubt was going to be an elite three-point shooter. I don't know if you would say elite, but you know what I mean. But with that being said, I do want to talk about Desmond Bane only having 6 points and really just not shooting threes at all this season. Even though he's a great, great player. Like, that's interesting. You remember that Rondé Hollis Jefferson didn't even stay on the Timberwolves? Just a little tidbit right there. Either way, I think the Grizzlies can make the playoffs unless Ja Morant's really lost for a long time. But that's the end of the video, guys. Let me hear your opinions down below. You made it to the end of the video. If you have, part of the end video game, comment down below about that. I just want to hear, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. It means a ton. So, with that being said, I hope you guys do have a great day, because I know I will. Till next time, guys. Puppies out.